Hello everyone, welcome to today's Sky Racing Thursday news. And the Irish are smiling because what they've been after is a dry track, and that's certainly going to be the case on the weekend.
The position that we were in, where we have a number of sprinters to choose from, forced us to do the right thing by our own investment in the slot.
James Cummings and the Godolphin team, which today announced that Osborne Park's definitely going to be their Everest contender.
We wanted our best chance in our slot, and when Osborne Bulls didn't quite measure up, it became Alizee. And
there's your Everest horse up there. That'd be my pick to go, yeah.
So I think it was only right that we waited right up until as late as possible to decide which of our seasoned sprinters was going to be in the best form for this week.
I felt that the stable's leaning was maybe towards Osborne Bulls throughout the preparation, but as James just alluded to, it was never going to be locked in until he got to the point where he needed to make a decision.
7 News can reveal exclusively the powerful Godolphin stable has selected 3-time Group 1 winning mare Alizee to fill its slot.
Trekking's got ball of muscle, the Bostonian trekking through and trekking has won it.
And Godolphin might just have another big chance as they have a crack at a $14 million race.
What are you thinking about that potential Everest run with that weak backup?
Yeah, look, it's definitely been a target for trekking. He'll be the only horse in the Everest on the 7-day backup. That'll be interesting from that perspective. I'll have a talk to the boys this morning, and I think whatever we do, we're sort of pretty good at sticking to a decision and moving on with it. He got off the float trekking, looking really good, and he's probably just about 10 kilos down from a race day weight, and he could comfortably put on 10 kilos in the next couple of days just with fluids and getting over that float trip. So I think that's a really good result. For all the horses that have come back from Melbourne, he's right up there with like the top 2 out of the last 50 that we brought back from Melbourne, looking that sort of condition, looking good. You know?
I was in tears because you don't see a horse win like that every day just to get into a race, you know. So, no, it's a real good feeling. I'm quite nervous actually. As soon as we get into the races and get him all settled, that's when I think the butterfly will start coming.
What are you nervous about?
The whole thing. No, just I haven't strapped in a big race like this before, so you know, I'm just taking it all in day by day.
She is very, very well. You can when she's fresh, she's you know, she knows her job. She's a different horse in the box to out on the track. She knows her job, and the more fresh she is, the more excitable she can be out on the track.
Switched off well there. How's the pace there, Reedy?
Well, she picked up nicely from the 3, and I just asked her a bit from the 2, you know, without push, but just because she's doing it so effortlessly. And then at the furlong, because she's just so well, and I don't even feel she's done a lot, I just asked her to pick, and she just...
She relaxes beautifully in behind the working partner, doesn't she?
She does, yeah. And she does that in a race too, if she's got the pace to suit. But when you switch her on, I was just talking to Vin about tactics before,
she's
you know.
fine, mate.
When
Thanks,
you
Mark.
switch her on, she's on.
Yeah.
You know, while she's off, she's right, but once you know, in the mile, when I went to go, she went from second last to 2 in front in 50 yards. If we can just harness that turbo band into the 250, it's good that Nate just strips in the race, because it's going to be a race.
The Everest contenders will shine bright on the Harbour Bridge tonight when the barrier draw is revealed for Saturday's $14 million race.
We were here last year, but we were looking back from the other way onto the sails of the Opera House. Well, tonight's barrier draw for the world's richest race on turf will be beamed onto the Harbour Bridge.
Overall, though, it's such an even field. You've got 10 individual Group 1 winners, 2 have won at Group 2 level. Collectively, this field has won over $42 million. Get your head around that number. Look, it's the best sprint race in the world this year, without a doubt.
The Tab Everest will be revealed on the southern pylon of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the bridge itself. Blue colours, but which one? Alizee, the 5-year-old mare, 3 times a Group 1 winner. Here's the barrier for Alizee. Barrier 10. Barrier 10 for the 5-year-old mare.
Yeah, look, she's drawn 10, and I probably would have. I was definitely hoping for inside 5 for her, particularly with the way that race is looking at the moment. Had she been there, she could have been that bit closer. But often in big races, it's a bit more about where you draw, in terms of who you draw around, rather than exactly the barrier in isolation. So we got to hope that a horse like Nature Strip is comfortable to go forward in the big event.
Here it is, the final barrier. Barrier 5. Barrier 5.
Probably having drawn 5 with trekking, I would have loved to have flipped them, but from where she's drawn, I think it's just so important with 10 sovereigns to her left and yes to her right, that those horses are ready to run big races.
Earlier today at Osborne Park near Hawkesbury, we had a media call for the Godolphin horses in the Everest, Alizee and Trekking.
I understand she's over 600 kilos, so it's important that she is well and truly balanced before you ask her to move, and the barrier draw is going to give me the opportunity to do that. Obviously we're going to need the race run to suit to a degree, but the reality is whatever wins the race is going to need something go their way.
Well, I think specifically for us, I think it's a delicious speed map because it's got a classic V shape where all the speed is. The widest horse is a bit faster than the one just inside it, You see, there's a classic V where you will find those horses are going to have to do that little bit extra just to get across the ones in front of them.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with the draw. Speed drawn out wide. Barriers 1 and 2 look like mid to back markers. There's a good opportunity in her times drawn there with me who will press forward to some degree. The draw is perfect for us. Judging on the speed, the first 200 metres of the race will determine just how close I am to that speed. Well, what do we expect Brenton to do first 200 metres of the race?
Well, it'll depend on how quick she jumps. I mean, he's going to be, he's a positive rider. He's not going to be giving away positions, and if he can take one a bit closer.
I reckon under the Opera House, he said on Tuesday night, I'll be crossing barriers 1, 2 and 3. She's jumping
he was adamant about it.
She's jumping from 4, right?
Yeah.
Well, you've got Sandrine Alone and Pirata in 1 and 2, so there's...
And Arcadia 3, yeah.
But
even I'd be crossing them if I was on
Well, that's provided Pirata plays along with him.
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if Pirata wants to be closer.
Oh, definitely.
It's going to be to his advantage. The way he's been racing, if he is closer, it's going to make him awful hard to beat.
Yeah, because he's strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here we go for the Everest, the lights on. Wow, bigger more than last year. It's a moist crowd here at Randwick and the gates open for the Everest.
You've been in the position of these 2 guys next to you. If you get on one yourself, which one would it be?
I'd be trekking towards Alizee.